I'm your host, Destiny Sidwell.
I'm also your host, Sarah Crowley.
And this is Bookmark'd.
For everybody going through tough times, believe me, been there, done that. But every day above ground is a great day. Remember that. Quote from, if anyone can answer that for me.
Oh yeah, trivia.
Dale,
who also happens to be who Sarah is dressed up as today. We have brought out the ultimate collab for today's
ultimate
podcast.
crossovers. Like if you take two of our passion people and put them in a room together, this is what you're gonna get. And if you're not watching this, before you come to see what we're dressed as, please try to guess. Actually, I just gave mine away, but maybe try to guess Destiny's before you come over here.
Jump scare.
The wig is good. We actually stepped up so hard from last year.
No one can say that we didn't.
No. Well, first, welcome back to Bookmark'd. Welcome to our Halloween episode.
Happy Halloween. It's literally Halloween.
It is. So happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. I'm not going to be wearing a costume this day, but this is what I'm wearing.
This is what we're doing for today.
Weeks previously.
Yeah. Happy trick-or-treating. And we're now just going to, I guess, say what we are. If you're confused of what's happening, I'm Pitbull. If you couldn't tell what I was saying, I'm Mr. Worldwide, literally. So, and how about you?
I am none other than Reba McEntire. I'm cosplaying as the TV show poster of Reba, the outfit and everything. So
and you killed it. You actually had it like down.
No, I
to the whole outfit.
Literally, even down to the details. I was like, what? Oh god, me in the wig again. I was like, what should I take on? Because also, like, someone who watches Reba, she does a lot of like athleisure wear in the show, but I was like, maybe people wouldn't get that, so I just went with the TV
I think
series.
The wig and the red lip.
Yeah,
pull it
really
together.
Pull it together.
Yeah, that's like the perfect wig you could have found.
Literally, and I have 3 of them.
If anyone wants to dress up as Reba,
we
got 3 of them.
Let me know. I feel so discombobulated because the process of trying to put on Sarah's bald cap was so really traumatizing.
I only bought one. I don't know why I didn't. Ooh.
Hell yeah, Charlie.
I don't know why I didn't realize that the bald cap that I bought, it came in a kit. That's why I bought it. It came with like the glue and the makeup to cover it and like a powder and obviously the bald cap, but I didn't realize how flimsy it is and how thin it is. So we're like drawing on it, trying to cut it, and it's like ripping. So the back of my head, no one's seeing that because it is ripped up back there. It's in a ponytail attached to the bald cap. So only the front you're going to be seeing. So hopefully on camera it looks like a real bald cap.
It does on camera.
In person, it's like the way it's glued, it looks really wrinkly with makeup on top. So
because we're so far away, I feel like you can't even see the wrinkles.
That's perfect. I hope I'm giving Pitbull literally my idol. I'm dressing up as Pitbull Dale. We'll do Dale. I hope when I post a picture and tag him, I hope he sees it.
The way that people probably would have guessed that we were going to, because like we were really on the Throne of Glass train for a little bit. And honestly, like at first I did look up and I was going to propose the idea, and I did almost order like a big long wig to have here, and I was going to have a dragon costume.
I actually ordered stuff to be man in. Like I have a cape at home. I have like black little nails, sharp nails, and there's like one other thing I ordered for it, like gloves or something. But then we were deciding, that was just in case because I needed to prepare for it to order stuff. And then we were like, no, it'd be really funny if we don't go down that. Because that was more predictable because a lot of people thought we were going to do Throne of Glass.
I can't do this.
So I'm going to return all of that. I got it from Amazon. But
I can't look at you right now. Like, and try to have like a normal conversation and be like, you're just like looking like
last year was funny because of the wigs, like looking at each other. But like right now we're for real giving.
We're given what we were wanting to give.
Yeah, but people did guess that I was going to be Pitbull, so that was like, whoever guessed that, you guessed correct. But no one guessed Reba. I don't think anyone could have prepared for you being Reba at all.
So if you guys were ever missing from your life, like a Reba and Pitbull collab, and you're like, God, he just, he collabed with Dolly.
Yeah. Iconic. One thing about Pitbull, he loves women. He loves women, and he loves to support women, and I think him and Reba should be in the room together at one point.
And they are.
Have they ever, you think? Like met or seen each other? Probably.
I have no clue.
They had to have cross paths somewhere. I don't know what Pitbull's up to. You never know where he's at. He's worldwide.
I tried to Google it, like Reba and Pitbull, and nothing popped up.
Oh, so maybe they haven't been seen together. Well, now they have.
If Reba and Pitbull see this, you guys need to
get in a room together in honor of this. Bookmark'd Pitbull Reba collab.
Have you ever seen Sarah and Pitbull in a room together at the same time?
Exactly.
If you were at the concert,
if you were at the concert, yeah.
then yes.
I did get a black cowboy hat too. One, in case the bald cap didn't work, but also because his recent concert, if anyone keeps up with him, he wore a cowboy hat because Bon Jovi came on stage. Also giving Texas, I just got my cowboy hat, so we have this to add to the costume.
Period.
So yeah, but having a great time dressing as Pitbull, honestly.
Great grand old time.
We didn't have many costumes that we were trying to think of.
No, it was really between Throne of Glass and then we were talking about you being Pitbull, and then I was sending the stupidest costumes that I could send to Sarah.
Yeah, I was sending some. I would see them on TikTok. They would come up with like little slideshows or like on Pinterest and stuff, but nothing was like screaming like we should do that. Like we need to dress up as that.
But then you were watching the Emmys.
Yes.
And Reba and Barbara Jean.
Oh yeah.
Came up on the screen. You said Destiny. You have to be Reba.
I I spawned up. Like I sat up from my bed when Reba came on, because I didn't know if you were watching it. I was like, Destiny. I found it. Like I know you have to be, because it had to be like, we didn't know what made sense with Pitbull, but now it makes sense because you watch Reba. You've watched her forever. You love Reba. It like makes sense for us, and like my love for Pitbull has come out this year. So.
No, both of them though. When you think about it, because
talked about Reba.
you never talked about Pitbull, and then randomly we got the piece of information that like Sarah loves and is obsessed with Pitbull, and then I was like, well, I grew up watching Reba, and like I'm obsessed with Reba.
Now it's like a thing. Well, because I think Pitbull is such a nostalgic thing. Like in 6th grade, or like our 6th grade little parties, we would fist bump to Pitbull music. Like his old songs were such like a pivotal, or part of a pivotal time in my younghood of like 11, 12, and then growing up. Yeah, I grew up listening to Pitbull, and his music has never not hit for me. So. Yeah, I guess I just came out with this. I think it came out this year because I saw he was going on tour. Yeah. I've always wanted to see him in concert. So then I just, like, started talking about it.
And then you saw him, and then you became him.
Yeah. It, like, happened, like, perfectly, I think, the timeline.
Yeah.
And seeing him in concert really sparked that, I think. The best concert ever. Actually, was looking up tour dates. He's going to be in Atlantic City for New Year's. I don't think I'll be here. Oh. But he's going to be here, and I'm so upset. I'm going to be missing that.
Oh, no.
Imagine New Year's Eve, and Pitbull's playing for you. What that's a insane. Feeling that's a
great lineup.
Yeah, so if anyone is in that area, definitely go see him on my behalf.
For Sarah.
Would absolutely love that. So that's kind of how we got here, got to this point.
Yeah.
I love when you flip your wig.
I know, and
it's short. It's not even a long wig.
But it's just because it's like getting in my eyes is more of the thing.
I don't got to worry about that. I got nothing up here. I wonder, did Pitbull? You think has Pitbull always been bald? I've never seen Pitbull. I think he used to shave his head back in the day, like years and years and years ago. But now I'm like, I feel like I only remember Pitbull being bald when he was younger. Yeah, he had like a buzz cut. Wow. Oh my, Pitbull. I see. Like at that time, I was too young. I don't think I like knew of Pitbull. Yeah, he had hair.
Wow.
I guess when he grew up, he just like decided, this is See, like that's the Pitbull I know.
That's iconic.
So yeah, that's what we've decided. And if you've guessed it. You did a great job. If anyone guessed Reba, can you please tell us? If you thought Destiny was going to be Reba.
Don't lie.
Yeah. But if you truly thought that Destiny was going to be Reba, we need to know.
Yeah, we do. All of the energy from the last podcast, we literally just filmed a podcast before this one, and we talked for over an hour, like almost an hour and 20 minutes, and then putting on this costume, and then now I'm literally like, I've hit a wall. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like...
It was a back-to-back.
It was a back-to-back.
Well, last year, I know we talked about our actual Halloween, so... Might be a little repetitive, but trick-or-treating when you were younger. When did you stop trick-or-treating? That was one of those things we talked about when we were like, we don't remember the last time.
My last time trick-or-treating was in 7th grade.
Oh, you remember?
Yeah, I remember.
8th grade, going into high school, probably. Because remember my friend group, we would all dress up and try to get in like the same costumes and go around and trick-or-treat.
Yeah, that's what I did in 7th grade.
Yeah, that was always fun. Like we talked about last year too, like trick-or-treating in like a city. Or did we talk about this year? We might have talked about this year.
We talked about it multiple times. Like, we're like, and then we figured out what people do. They usually either, what did you say? They go outside of the city, or like people just trick-or-treat inside of the apartment. Yeah.
But I think it's just, there's something about going to like a development that you live around a suburban development.
All of the kids
hitting up the houses
in my neighborhood, I have high hopes for trick-or-treaters this year. Like high hopes.
Oh really? The big candy bars?
Like I have high hopes that kids actually trick-or-treat here.
Oh, I know. It has slowly died down. I don't think last year, maybe like 3 kids have rang my doorbell. And they were like young kids. Like we don't get many trick-or-treaters anymore.
Yeah, see, but I also feel like your neighborhood, like where you live, is like the end of, like very end of the neighborhood. So I feel like also just your positioning of your house.
Yeah, I think my neighborhood is also not that big, so it's just like the local, like whoever lives in my neighborhood. But like when I was growing up, I would go to another neighborhood that was bigger, so there's like more houses. So that's why we don't get many people in ours. People go other places.
This neighborhood is big.
Yeah,
and there's like a lot of kids in the neighborhood, so I feel like
I can't. Where I'm staying right now in Texas, it's like another neighborhood, an Airbnb. It's huge and it has like a school in it, so I can't imagine their trick or treating is probably so good over there. There's so many kids.
But then like the elementary school is inside of that neighborhood, and then where I live, there's an elementary school like right next to the neighborhood, so it's like.
It's probably so good here.
Oh, it's probably so.
You're gonna have to get the big candy bars.
I've already started stocking up on Halloween candy because you know like if you try to go like a few days before Halloween, they also have none of the good candy.
You gotta get the good stuff.
You gotta get the good. Literally, do you want to know something? Not gonna talk about Christmas, but I saw this bow garland that Michael's had. I went 2 days ago to go find it. Already sold out.
Oh.
Girlies already bought it up.
Yeah, because I think when they first like promote it, it's like you gotta get your hands on them.
Which sucks because I'm like I like going Christmas decor shopping, getting my fun Christmas drink
during the season,
and going during the season, listening to Christmas music. Like I don't want to have to go try to get like the stuff that I really really want during October.
I agree. That's why you have to stock up. Like I think we talked about that and like save it for the following year and get all the good stuff and use that. I wonder if Pitbull's ever trick or treated.
That's like sure.
Okay, you could ask Reba anything. What would you ask Reba? Do you have like? Would you be like if you would you meet Reba? Like what would you? What would your reaction be?
I would probably cry.
You would like she means that much.
She's just one of those people that like literally you don't even realize like. Just one of your favorite TV shows growing up. And like I literally watch it every night before bed. Like that's like I would be like you integral part of my life.
I feel like she would be so like watching her on The Voice is like really what I know her from.
She's so good.
I love her.
And she's funny.
Reba
is a funny
She's
show.
cute.
She is so and I love her comedic timing on Reba and Barbara Jean. I would want to meet both of them at the same time.
Okay. Was that the one that came out with her in the Emmys?
Yeah, the blonde one.
Okay.
I love their dynamic. Like it's I would ask her I would just ask her if there would ever be a chance that she would do like a Reba. I know that
like
I talk
a reboot?
about yeah, like I know how I talk about I hate reboots and I hate when like instead of like making original content movies just continue to like do reboots, but I would want a Reba reboot.
For her show, was it like was it a reality show or was it like
no, it's a sitcom.
Oh, it's a sitcom.
And her name's Reba, but she's not.
But she wasn't playing herself.
No,
okay.
But she just like had the name Reba,
like Miley, Hannah Montana Miley.
Yeah.
Like she was Miley Cyrus.
But in the show, she's a single mom who works too hard.
Works 2 jobs.
I don't know why they say 2 jobs because, like, does she really ever talk about her job in the show? Like, I kid you not, like, in the later season, she kind of goes down the real estate route a little bit, but she, previous to that, like, never talks about having a job.
So that song is from the show?
That's the theme song of the show.
Oh, that's the theme song?
Yes.
If anyone doesn't watch Reba, but you definitely know the song that's, like, a single mom who works 2 jobs.
By
yeah.
Reba.
Wow, I didn't know that was the theme song.
Yes.
It's so sad 'cause the only things I know about Reba is from The Voice and TikTok. Which is so crazy because she's just part of your whole life.
Yeah, she's like, in the show, she's a single mom. She's recently divorced because her husband cheated on her with Barbara Jean. But Barbara Jean, like, becomes her best friend.
Oh, that's her bestie. Oh, wow.
And, like, their dynamic is just so interesting. And then, like, she has 3 kids. One of them is a teenage daughter and, like, off the bat, teenage pregnancy. Like, her daughter's pregnant the first season of the show. She has another younger daughter and a younger son. And, It's such a good show. Like, even just some of the things they talk... It's just such a good show.
I've never even heard of it until you brought it up. Like, I didn't know Reba had a show.
She also had a show... I need to look it up, because I also watched the show for a little bit. I think it only had 1 season, but I think Blake Shelton was, like, a guest star on the show. Reba TV shows. And I'll tell you, I was sad.
Oh, no, she took over Blake Shelton's spot on The Voice. I was going to say, were they on The Voice together, but they weren't.
No.
It was Reba, Niall. Reba and Niall were next to each other on the show.
And Gwen Stefani now?
Yeah, I think it was Gwen and John Legend that season. Yeah, I think it was the 4 of them. I don't remember. I don't think Gwen was with them. I don't remember who it was.
She did a lot of, like, Western. Like, just random Western.
She was in Little Rascals?
Yeah.
Little Rascals was one of my favorite movies growing up. Like, that was my comfort movie as a kid. I would play it all the time. What was she in Little Rascals? Do not remember her in that. Little Rascals is so good. If you have never seen Little Rascals, it is so cute. The main cast is just little kids. And the boys think girls are gross, but then one of them gets a girlfriend.
Oh, it's such a good...
Darla.
Yeah. Oh, she's also in Young Sheldon. My parents love that show.
Loves
She's in Young Sheldon. I remember being so hyped because Barbara Jean's also in the...
Oh, no way.
I call her Barbara Jean, but it's the girl who the woman who plays Barbara Jean. She's also a character in the show, so...
My mom likes Big Bang Theory and then Young Sheldon. She likes those shows. I've never seen her in it, though. I don't ever watched it.
Maybe, because this is the girl who plays Barbara Jean, and that's, remember when I talked about Baby Daddy? She's the mom in Baby Daddy, and she also guest starred on Baby Daddy. This, Malibu Country, it came on for a little bit, and I was obsessed with the show because I was obsessed with Reba. It only came on from it only had one season, and I'm pretty sure, what was it about?
Are they besties, like, in real life, so whenever one does a show?
Yes.
It's kind of like...
They're doing a new show together. That's why they were on the
really?
Emmys together, because it's kind of like Cheers-esque. You know Cheers? It was like a sitcom from back in the 90s about, like, a bar.
Okay.
And it's kind of Cheers-esque. So that's why they were on the Emmys together.
So they're coming out with a new show?
A new show. New sitcom.
Oh,
together.
fun. Oh, so you have that to look forward to?
Absolutely.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. If I had to ask Pitbull anything.
Yeah, what if you could meet Pitbull?
Oh, God. I told Chris, like, if I had a top 3 to meet, it would be, like, Harry, Pitbull.
That's insane.
Like, Pitbull's in the lineup.
But rank them, though. Number 1, Harry.
Yeah, obviously. And I think Pitbull's underneath him.
Can we be so real for a second, though? Not judging. The hair on Harry right now is working for you.
His little mullet?
Yeah.
I think it's so cute.
Interesting.
It's one of those things where, like, it's unfortunately, like, I'm just, like,
It's just because
rose-colored.
it's on him?
Yeah, it's just, like, anything he, unfortunately, like, it could be his buzz cut. I'm sorry.
When
Not
did
my
he have a
favorite
buzz
haircut,
cut?
but I was about it. It was recent.
Oh,
this
yeah,
year.
the first. Like, when he cut off all of his hair, and everybody was like, why would you cut your hair? Like...
Yeah, I mean, it's not my favorite haircut, but, like, I think he looks great.
I've just been interested because I've been seeing, like, the pictures and stuff.
His fashion show. His little frilly collar he had on. That was so cute.
It's just not my I feel like the longer hair just works for him.
Yeah. Well, because he has great hair.
Exactly.
Really great hair.
And take advantage of the fact that you have great hair.
I'm hoping he's going to grow it out again, and he's going to have his, like, flow.
If he actually... Hear me out. If it was, like, an actual full-on mullet... Okay.
Maybe he's doing that. Maybe he's just... He had to start over because he buzzed
because, you know the rumor that it's a rock album? What if he did a full-grown mullet for a rock album?
Yeah, maybe he cut it off and he's giving himself, like, the time and the timeline to grow it out into what he needs for this new era.
Let him
Yeah,
cook.
that's what he's doing. But I don't really know what I would ask Pitbull. I think I would just sit there and let him speak to me and let him preach. If you've never seen Pitbull just, like, go off and say his little speeches, yeah, I would let him just talk to me, give me some life lessons. I don't really know what I would ask him, though. I'd probably ask him what his favorite song to sing is because he sings all his popular ones, so I want to know if any of them are, like, annoying to keep singing. But he looks like he's having so much fun. Like, he genuinely, like, loves performing his music, like, everyone. Like, he's just, like, the best performer ever. Like, he was just having so much fun. Like, he wasn't, like, putting on a show. Like, he was just, like, he was just doing it. Yeah, so I don't know what I would really ask him, but I would love to meet him. I'd also just like to see him up close. Everyone just, like, see a celebrity up close. Like, I feel like he has, like, pretty eyes.
There's a lot of Okay.
I think he has light eyes.
Would you ask him to take off his sunglasses?
Yeah.
Yeah. More personal that way.
And I would ask him to say Dale to me and maybe, like, sign something with Dale.
Yeah.
Imagine I get that tattooed.
Holy, yeah. That's crazy. Just on your shoulder. Dale.
Yeah, Dale.
I feel like there are a lot of celebrities that I would be like, I'm okay to see them up close. I don't need to talk to them.
Yeah, well, it's one of those things where, you know, like, I've never passed a celebrity or anything. Well, I did say, remember when I was in the city recently? And I was like, I swear to God that was Chris Evans. Was it that who I thought it was?
Yeah.
I'm still convinced it was him.
Yeah, probably. I mean, the probability of that is high.
But I feel like when it's one of those things where you're up close to a celebrity and you're like, you kind of, like, not idolize them in your head, but they're just, like, so big in your head, but then you see them, like, in person, it's like they're just a person. Like, when you realize that, you know, when we see, like, our moms are just girls, it's like a celebrity's just, like, a regular person.
Yep.
I think that, like, messes with me. Like, if I see Harry up close, I'm like, I just wouldn't believe that he's, like, real. Just, like, a normal
Well, I sent you the video of the girl who, like, is just at the flower market, and then she just, like, stops, looks, and sees that it's him, and she's like, oh my God. But see, I bet celebrities like the interactions like that. Like, she didn't ask for a picture or anything. Like, it was enough for her to just, like, speak to him.
Yeah, I think that Harry fans are very respectful of seeing him in person. Like, they're very, all of those stories of, or, like, story times to see people talking to him, they're very, like, casual and just, like, he's very open and talking to them because of the way they approach him, and they respect if he's like, no. Did you see the story about the guy who walked up to him recently?
The older man?
Yeah.
That I said I cried over, remember?
Oh, yeah, you did, yeah.
Because he said he was, like, talking about his mom, and, like, the Harry was born on the same day as his mom, and he didn't even know that Harry Styles was famous, and they were just, like, having a conversation.
Yeah.
Because, did he say, I like your outfit?
Yeah, so the guy, I think it was, like, this guy went up to Harry, and Harry was like, I love your outfit. And they started talking, and then a girl came up to Harry and was like, can we take a picture? And the guy took it for them, and he was so confused. And then there was, like, a line that started of girls trying to take pictures. And then I think they had a conversation, but then when he walked away, or he asked him, like, what's your name? And asked him what he did. He was like, I'm a singer. My name's Harry. He was like, Harry what? Harry Styles. And then he walked away and Googled him. He was like, no way. Like, that was Harry Styles. And they took a picture together. And he had no idea. And then he looked it up. And Harry's birthday, I think it was the same day his mom passed away.
It was was it the same? Yeah, either the same day that his mom passed away or the same birthday as his mom.
Yeah, something like that.
And that morning he was doing his walk because he said he does these walks where he goes and visits his mom.
Something like that,
and then,
then
walks
they met.
around. And I was like, I'm going to sob.
Yeah, it was really sweet. All, like, the interactions I usually see of, like, Harry online are very, like, sweet stories and, like,
I feel like
sweet conversations.
As if you were a celebrity, would you appreciate the interactions more of people just, like, trying to have a conversation with you?
Yeah. I mean, I probably appreciate any of them, but I think those I would remember more.
I feel like it's just nice probably when, like, celebrities get treated like people. Like, they get treated like they, like, you just, like, okay, hey, spit it out. Whenever I think about, like, meeting somebody, I don't really think about, like, having a picture with them. I think about just, like, being able to, like, tell them something. Yeah. Like, that's all I think about is, like, being able to tell them.
Yeah, I think I would rather have a conversation than a picture.
Yeah.
And, like, speak about it. A picture would be incredible to remember, but I think I'd rather them, like, us have, like, a conversation to remember.
Yeah.
Than a picture. I feel like it means more.
And it probably just means more to them because I feel like sometimes as a, like, I'm talking about actual celebrities, not, like, influencers or whatever. Like, as a celebrity, sometimes I feel like maybe it could feel a little, like, dehumanizing to just, like, people not even, like, having conversation with you. They just want a picture because, yeah. Like, they just want to post it to be like, oh, look, I saw, like, Harry Styles or Taylor Swift. But, like, the people who actually stop and all they want is a conversation. And that's not saying every fan who wants a picture is, like, oh, shallow and you don't care. But it's, like, they probably just enjoy interactions like that more of just, like, feeling like, oh, someone just wants to, like, speak to me like I'm a human being.
Yeah, I'm sure. I think if I were an A-list celebrity, I would like that. But also, it's like, like, when you go up to a celebrity, how do you know, like, what are you gonna say? Like, when someone goes up to Harry Styles, like, I would probably just tell him how much he, like, means to me, and he would probably, like, say something like, oh, thank you. But, like, when they start having a conversation, like, what would you even say?
Harry, I think about the girl that we were just talking about, how, like, she literally just sees him, says, oh, hi, like, I'm whatever, like, I love your, it seems like she just kind of said something like that, and then he just kind of sits there and talks to her. Or, you know, the fan interaction, I feel like we talked about this a while ago, where they kind of come up to him and they're, like, recording, but they're not recording him, they're just, like, recording the ground, and you can hear him talking, and, like, they go up to him and they're like, hey, like, we love you, we just wanted to tell you, like, there's a bunch of people waiting for you on the other street, like, you should probably go around. I was like, nice. That is so respectful to literally, like, be looking out for him this way of, like, knowing that he's probably just trying to, like, I also think, put yourself in their shoes, I do really think, like, I would never leave the house if I had to be, like, so scared about,
like, on
that.
watch, because, like, you're always being watched. Like, someone is probably noticing you. Yeah.
When you're to that level, at least someone in your proximity knows who you are.
Yeah, but I think when you get to that stage, you just have to, like, accept it if you're going to want to, like, live a normal life as much as normal as you can. Yeah. And, like, Harry, I've noticed, I think we've talked about it, but, like, at shows, like, he'll remember faces, or, like,
yes.
I think he was running in a park one day and some girl had a pleasing bag. It was like, your bag. Like, he'll, like, point it out and also, like, reciprocate it, kind of. I forgot I had a bald cap on, sorry,
I've been, like, you will see me, like, laughing, and it's just because when Sarah looks at a certain angle, the foundation's not on the bald cap,
yeah,
so
like,
it's just really, it's really funny to see.
I just look at the viewfinder and I forgot I was, like,
I want to shower like so bad.
Yeah. Yeah. The bald cap is, like, freaking me out a little. We did, like, foundation to match my face, but not on the whole thing, so, like, it stops halfway, and, like, the back side of my... You do not want to see the back of my head. No. The bald cap is broken. It's in a ponytail. It's so funny. But I just looked at the viewfinder. I was like, oh, my God. For some reason, this has, like, become normal to me. Like, you and a wig.
No, see, like, I have tried to ignore the viewfinder because I'm literally like, oh, this is...
No, you've become, like, this is, like, just feels normal.
This is just destiny now.
Yeah, this is just you. I'm sure when I turn to the side, you can see my ponytail, though, in the video. I can't believe we're dressed like this. I can't believe, like, Halloween. Like, today, when this episode comes out, it is Halloween.
I love getting a good hot chocolate. I don't know what the degree-age will be out in Texas. Yeah. But usually at home, like, last year was, like, so cold. Like, you're, like, so cold, and I just sit on the porch and pass out candy. And, but it's crazy because in the future, when this episode, the next day, I'm going to go home and go see Taylor Swift.
Oh, it's the day after.
Yes.
Halloween? It's the first.
No, like I'm going to like go home on the 1st.
Oh wait, see you soon.
I know. Isn't that crazy?
That is so insane. I didn't realize how. Yeah, it's that weekend, like the week.
And we're gonna be low key in costume then.
Yeah, we're gonna cosplay an era then.
I know.
Okay, if you had a perfect spooky Halloween day, like picture
the
perfect
day of Halloween.
Day of Halloween, like not like a perfect fall day, but like a spooky
The day of Halloween.
Halloween day. What would your Halloween look like?
I would love to wake up, get a fun drink, have a scary movie on the TV, probably Halloween because it's Halloween. Mm-hmm. And also I find the actual like cinematography of the Halloween movies to be cozy.
Yeah, you do love it.
Which is crazy.
A comfort scary movie.
The other day, completely off topic, I was making dinner and then everybody was sitting down and eating and like we all just like get on our phones and like talk and stuff. But I started playing Halloween. Like I was just watching it while I was eating and they were like,
someone just
watching
Halloween in the background.
Then, like it's just like the da-na-na-na-na. But I love that movie, so I would have that on in the background. I would do like some type of fall activity, like the pumpkins would already be carved, but maybe do like a little bit of baking. Have a scary movie marathon. Make like some little like like when people make the spooky pizzas.
Yeah, I wanted that so bad. I think it's so cute.
Did you see last year when everyone had the skull molds and then they put the crescent? Like if you were gonna do like with the crescent croissants from Pillsbury, and then they put those, and then they put like the marinara sauce, pepperoni, and then cheese in it, and they made it like a little like skull. I got those the other day.
That's cute
to do. Oh my god, I literally because I love breadsticks that are like pepperoni filled, so it kind of feels like that. But I would do something like that, and then I would like have all my candy ready, get a nice little like hot chocolate, cozy sweater, sit outside, have a bonfire going outside, like out front, and then have music playing, and then be passing out candy.
Yeah, I think it's so cute. I think romanticizing Halloween as like this age because like we're not trick-or-treating anymore, so it's like you gotta romanticize it now. I think I would. You remember when like I don't know, was it Disney? I think they had like the Halloween weekend marathons.
Yeah, like Monstober was always going on.
Yeah, and like they would have like every hour or whatever, they would have like a Halloween movie on. I think like that vibe I would want to have like a marathon.
Cozy like Halloween movies.
Like the cute like old, not old, but like you know what they used to play.
Most of them are like 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah, I would want like all of those just going on all day, like lighting fall candles and like doing the spooky pizzas. I think that would be so fun. Like doing spooky but fun things, like doing the pumpkins and everything. And then at night you just hang out and do the trick-or-treating.
Yeah, I would be doing scary things.
I would want to sit in a costume like on my front porch, and I would want to like hand out physically the candy instead of like putting the bowl down.
I left that out.
You
That's part of Halloween.
It is though.
I would go around trick-or-treating and there would be like big kids like scaring you.
Yeah, when I was younger, going around too, sometimes like the adults like sitting outside would try to be like boo, like whatever. Like
it's just fun.
As a young kid, like you get a little spooked out.
Yeah,
it's fun
and it's harmless.
It is. It's in good fun.
Yeah.
Oh, I miss like just being like 10 years old. Good old trick-or-treating.
Yeah, trick-or-treating, and you were just so excited. It would suck when it was on school nights, though, and you were like, this sucks, because, like...
Do you remember? Oh, no, you don't, because it was by us. We had the Hurricane Sandy.
Yeah.
And it took place during Halloween, so, like, I think they were trying to move Halloween over to, like, a different date. Mm-hmm. Everyone got a different date, so, like, this one week, there was just trick-or-treaters, like, random days, because no one knew what trick-or-treating was. So, like, you just have a random, like, kid show up trick-or-treating. I mean, my friends went on a date, but, like, no one knew when Halloween was supposed to happen, because we had the hurricane. And that was really funny. It was like, no one knew when we were supposed to trick-or-treat.
Yeah, I feel like the day of Halloween's always a really cozy day outside. Like, no matter what, I feel like it's always...
Yeah, and it was so fun, like, knowing, like, at school, like, after, like, you're gonna go home and change and go trick-or-treating. Like, you can't wait to get home.
Did I ever say... I got my driver's license on Halloween.
Oh, really?
Yeah. My junior year, I got my driver's license on Halloween.
My friends and I would go to Chipotle. You wear a costume, you get a free...
Oh, my God.
I don't know if they still do it, but, yeah, if you go, you get a free something. They might have changed it now, but we would do that. And then we would go to a neighborhood, and... Yeah, and then in high school, I was like, I'm gonna just put on some Mickey ears. This is my costume.
I think Chick-fil-A used to do a day where, like, if you dress as a cow.
That's funny.
And went in there, because, you know, their mascot's a cow. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
But I feel like a lot of places do, like, for, like, different holidays. But I think Halloween, like, if you come in a costume, be festive, it's fun.
Yeah.
And there's nothing like going trick-or-treating and, like, seeing, like, the kids that are, like, go full-on out for Halloween.
Yeah. Did I tell the story about, I don't know if that was last year or the year before, but the kid who was dressed up as Spider-Man, he starts literally doing flips and cartwheels into my yard.
Oh,
and he like rolled up on I did. No, I gave him so much candy. I was like, you need to do that at every house.
Yeah. See, like, it's cute when you, like, get in the spirit. I used to cry when my mom used to make me wear the long sleeves underneath, but it gets cold now. End of October in Jersey, like, it's cold.
But it snowed last year on Halloween.
Yeah, but the way it ruined the costume when I was younger, I just wanted to be a princess. But, like, you put the long sleeve under, or, like, we would have Halloween dances at school in, like, 3rd, 4th grade, and I would dress as, like, I would usually wear my dance costume, because, like, a ballerina costume or something with my ballet shoes, and then she'd be like, you know, you have to wear a long sleeve under. I'm like, Mom, you're ruining my costume. Or, like, when I was, like, 12, and she'd make me, like, wear a jacket out. I'm like, Mom, you're ruining my outfit.
Oh, yeah, no, it's
But she's just trying to help me out, not get a cold.
I know, she's like, just don't be cold.
It's one of those things where, like, now that I'm older, I'm like, girl, wear a jacket.
Yeah.
Like, now I'm like, yeah, my mom was right. She always used to say that. You're gonna believe me.
The pipeline of, like, growing up, and you're like, God, my mom was right.
It's so crazy.
It's humbling.
I know.
Really.
If I ever have kids and I know it's just gonna be like that, so I'm like, you guys are gonna believe me in 10 years. Just wait. And it's gonna be so frustrating.
I know.
And now I know how my mom probably feels.
No, and that is, like, when you grow up and you realize, like, you know, different things. Like, me and my mom have even talked about, like, stuff that my grandma did. Like, wouldn't let my mom, like, stay the night over at people's houses. And, like, wouldn't let her, like, go here and there. My mom, obviously,
No, it
like,
makes
when you're a
sense.
kid, you're like, oh my gosh, but my mama was, like, so strict on, like, no. Like,
Because you don't
can't.
think about, like, the harmful things about anything when you're younger. You just want to do
because
it so bad.
There's the child innocence that you have where you don't understand the danger that you are in going to do those
my
things.
friends, I don't remember what grade. I had to be young, like 6th grade maybe, and you're like what 11, 12 in 6th grade, and my friends would go around the mall. Like their parents would drop them off at the mall to like, walk around.
God, never.
My mom would not let me. I would be so upset. But like now it makes so much sense. Like why you have like 11-year-olds running around by yourself.
You don't need to do that. No.
It makes so much sense now. But like back then I would get so sad because I wasn't able to go. But now I like appreciate it. I'm like no, thank you for not letting me.
Thank you for. Not saying that those parents didn't care about their kids' safety, but
no.
Being very vigilant, especially in the world that we live in now, is just so important. Like, back in the day, like, you know when you watch, like, Hocus Pocus, and, like, all those kids are walking around by themselves?
That was, like, I used to go trick-or-treating, like, when I got to, like, of age, where it was, like, okay, for, like, me to go around with just me and my friends, no parents anymore. It was, like, okay, like, we would just go around the neighborhoods, and you'd see, like, other little friend groups and, like, stuff, and, like, kids running around. And that was really, really
I never
fun
got to
and cute.
trick-or-treat by myself.
Really?
Yeah.
Sometimes my mom would be in the same neighborhood, but she let us, like, go off a little bit. But, like, she would be, like, back a few houses. Like, we'd be able to, like, pretend we were, like, by ourselves.
Yeah, I think that's what we did in 7th grade. Like, our moms were, like, not way behind us, but they, like, were watching us on the same street. But we were, like...
Yeah, you would think you're by yourself.
Ourselves. But, like, when you think about it, all of us were 12 years old.
Yeah.
No reason to, like, be going off by yourself.
You just want to be older so bad. That's, like, one thing when you're younger. It's, like, you just want to be old.
You want to scream. Have you seen the thing? I think it's called... What is it called? Uptown Girls? With Brittany Murphy and Dakota Fanning.
I actually did watch that.
And, you know the scene where they're, like, on the tilt-a-whirl or whatever, and somebody puts the picture of, like, Brittany Murphy, and then it's, like, girls nowadays like wanting to like do skincare and makeup and like be older, and it's like us, like girls putting bows in their hair and like getting the like jelly cats and stuffed animals to try to like be like their younger self. And it's like watching in horror as girls try to like be like 8 and 9 years old and like want to grow up
and stuff. I saw a TikTok and it was like just a picture slide, and the first one was like childhood like girly things like little lip gloss packets, like the phone lip gloss and like something else, and then you slide it over and it's like the adult version of it with our like lip glosses and our skincare now and our jelly cats and stuff, and it's like the same thing, just like different generations. Like we're still all just little girls. Well, I think it's hard because social media, little girls just see like skincare and stuff, and they just start doing it.
Because these little girls are honestly way too young to have social media, and they have it. I think
that's what's so hard about it.
There's a maturity. There is a maturity level of social media, and I will die on this hill that I don't even think like 12-year-olds need to be touching TikTok and Instagram.
I agree.
I don't think. I think it's Snapchat. Like you don't need like. Genuinely, you don't need it. There is nothing on those apps for younger people. The app is not catering towards younger kids.
Yeah, well, because I remember when we had Snapchat, like, I think for the first time when we had Snapchat was maybe, like, I don't even know if it was, like, 6th or 7th grade, but that was, like, you didn't have Snapchat memories. You can only Snapchat your friends. There's no texting on it. The picture goes away after, like, however many seconds it was. You can only talk to your friends. Like, it was not, like, how it is right now. And now it's just, like, there's so many things on social media that are different. Like, Instagram was, like, you post a picture, and you can post one picture, no stories. It was just so different. And now there's like so many things on each app that like you can get access to like so many different people.
But think about,
see so many different. You don't need to see so many people's lives. Like that's not how we're supposed to be living.
No, and I think that especially with it developmentally we're seeing it with how that is affecting younger kids for the first time having access to like social media and stuff. And I understand the day and age that we're living in, like if you're giving your kids a phone and you're like, because I need to be in contact with you because you're doing certain things, etc., but they don't need, like I'm seeing videos on TikTok of like 8-year-olds coming in the car and they're like, I need to go get my Starbucks coffee, I need to go
like
get my nails
Stanley
done,
cup and
my
stuff.
new Stanley cup. And it's like, but also just like tell the kid no.
Yeah. Well, I think now because you can see, like, if you're going on TikTok at, like, a young age and seeing all your friends posting videos and then all of them posting videos of what they have and stuff. Like, back then it was, like, you go to school and you see, like, oh, your friend has a water bottle or something. Or your friend tells you about their day. But, like, you don't go home and then, like, see what your friends are doing. Like, I would go home and, like, I have to call my friends on the home phone. They give us a sheet of everyone's home phone number. And you have to call and ask for a play date or, like, ask to talk to the parent or something. Like, you don't go home and see, like, what everyone's doing. Like, now we just see, like, everyone's lives. And I think it's so crazy.
It is, and like you said, like, I just don't even think, like, even as you're older, I don't think you're meant to, like, I don't think our brains are set up for what social media is, of, like, all of the stuff that we see at one time, and, like, all of the stuff you see from all over the world. I just don't think you were meant to know and have access to all of that. It ruined
my attention span.
Oh, yeah.
So bad.
Like, I've noticed, I will sit and watch a long YouTube video. I love a long YouTube video. Like, I feel like my attention span is intact for that, but only on TikTok. Like, if I see only on TikTok, if somebody's video is long, I'll, like, skip through it. Yeah. And I'm like, but only on TikTok, where I'm like...
Yeah, I feel like long YouTube videos I love, but, like, I'll do other things while it's on.
Yeah, I do notice that, too. Like,
it's not like I'm just sitting there, like, watching the screen like a movie. Like, I have to, like, be doing something,
only
or like
movies
playing
I can sit and watch it. I can't do anything else, like just sitting and watching it. I have to be doing something else actively.
Or like if I get to a part where it's like I just put on 2x, I'm like, let's get to the next part. But it's like, but like I want to watch it. It's just like my brain has just been rot from
absolutely
short form everything.
Well, not to like go down that rabbit hole, but
that is our job though. We are on social media, which is so crazy how it's like the two sides of it. It's like what we are doing it, but then there's that side where it's fun. It's fun to see what everyone's doing, and it's fun to, like, I don't know.
No, and I do
talk
like,
about things.
It is fun, but also, like, I don't know. Sometimes I really don't know how I feel about TikTok.
Yeah, I always say, like, if I didn't do social media, which I love doing so much, like, it's just, like, such a fun thing to be able to do.
I love what I do.
But I think if I didn't do what I did, I wouldn't have the social media that I do. Like, I don't think I would have... Or I wouldn't be maybe on it as much. Like, I like to keep up, too, because, like, we're in the world, and I like to see, like, what everyone's reading, what everyone's doing. But I think if I didn't have social media, I don't think I would be as involved as I am. But again, I do, like, love it. Even though it's, like, ruining my attention span and stuff, like, I love it.
I don't know if I love it or if I just feel like I have to. Because, like, I'll get we've talked about this before, where I will just be, like, sitting here by myself all day, and then I will get, like, anxiety that I have not checked social media. Yeah. And it's not, like, obviously I'm not having those, like, transmitters that are saying, like, oh, I want to go on it. It's more of like a, oh my god, I haven't checked it today.
You're like, what's happening over there?
Is something happening that I don't know? Like, and it's just like, but I feel like that is because of, like, what we do. So I'm like, oh, I feel like I need to be on social media.
You be, like, up to date of what's happening.
Yeah, like, up to date of what's happening and stuff. But then I feel like, for me personally, when you're, like, I don't know, I feel like there's just, like, obviously pros and cons to it. But if there was no social media, I wouldn't have Sarah. So
yeah, that's what I mean. It's like there's so many good that comes from it, too.
Speaking in third person, but talking to you guys. But yeah, I mean, there are so many good things about social media, and I think that also, like, obviously with what we do, like the book community and everything, like, I love that it can reach so many different people, and so many different people can have access and outlets to talk about things, not even just with books, but, like, bring awareness to so many different things and help get these messages out. Like, there's really even been true crime cases that have been solved because of social media. Like, social media is good in so many ways, but I feel like sometimes I don't know if the positives outweigh the negatives all the time.
I do think in our specific little corner of the community, I think it's the best part. Because imagine just, like, reading on your own, but, like, now you have a whole online community of people you can talk to about, like, the same thing that you love. Like, I think it's just so...
Well, and, like, on TikTok, if I'm reading something and I'm like, oh, I haven't heard anybody talk about it, boom, you can just search it on TikTok, and there's so many people who are literally just making even the most niche videos about it.
I think it feels welcoming, and it feels less lonely, knowing there's other people that, like the same things, and you can talk about the same thing. So, I think there's good and bad, obviously.
Who knew that Reba and Pitbull were going to get down today? And, like,
I wonder how Pitbull feels about social media. Like, does he like to post on his socials? Is he on his Instagram? I need to know. Is he reposting the stories?
We've talked about this before, that I wonder if celebrities run their social media or somebody else runs it for them.
I think you can tell. Like, Niall Horan, he's on his social media. He's posting his stories.
God, every time we bring up Niall, I just can't stop thinking about the clip from The Voice where they're just asking, like, what era in life are you in? And they're not talking about Taylor Swift. And he goes, I've always been in folklore.
He is so cute. He's such a Swiftie. Genuinely
he is, and I love
a Swiftie.
that. I feel like all of the One Directioners are Swifties for the most part.
I don't know. I don't think they're Swifties.
Zayn? Her and Zayn literally have a song together.
I guess, yeah.
Niall is a Swiftie.
I don't think Liam or Louis are Swifties.
You don't think?
I don't think.
I feel like Louis would be a Swiftie.
I don't know. We'd have to ask him.
Here's the real question. Is Harry a Swiftie?
I personally think that Harry would listen to Taylor's music.
I think he would listen to her vault tracks. There, I said it.
Definitely. Oh, he's definitely been sent the vault tracks. I think that he said before that I don't know if it's a joke, probably is a joke, but like also, remember he posted that story by accident wearing the One Direction t-shirt in the gym? He definitely like listened to like old
But he
One
was
Direction.
wearing it though. Like you accidentally posted it, but you were wearing it. I think that he, in his free time, will listen to like One Direction and Taylor Swift music. I think so.
One thing I want to see is like artists like Pitbull or like whoever's like Spotify wrap up.
Oh, why can't you guys share it with us?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Give it to me.
No, it's like, okay, so you know how, oh my god, what is that song called? You know, when I'm back in Chicago, I feel it.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Keery, who is the artist, he did an interview where he said that like months before that song even went viral, he was in, what's it called, Electric Lady Studios, and that Taylor Swift literally like came up to him and was like, listen, I heard this song. I think it's a great song. Like, this is before it even got any virality to it. And I want to see her wrap up because I feel like she is somebody, like, even when you see, like, the different openers that she gets, like Macy Peters and Suki Waterhouse, who I love, I feel like she is a lover of music. Like, I think that she genuinely listens to, like, all over the board, like, everybody. So I would be very interested to see what her like, top is.
Yeah. I would love to ask celebrities, like, favorite shows. But, like, genuinely, not like in an interview style, but like actually, like when you're sitting, like, what are you watching? Who's your favorite people to follow?
Somebody get us on a red carpet this year, and we want to just like set Spotify, get us on a red carpet, and we will literally just sit and ask every artist like who was on your Spotify Wrapped this year.
We need your Spotify Wrapped. We need your podcast on Spotify Wrapped.
Yes.
I need to know what you're listening to,
and then we can wrap it back to books and be like, and what was an audiobook? What was your favorite audiobook that you listened to this year?
I would love to know though, because that tells so much. Like seeing someone's like top rap.
And don't lie. What were
Give
they?
us
Pull
the
up the
proof.
receipts right now because I know that you have the screenshot. I know that you like the Spotify Wrapped. So let me see it.
I can't wait to see ours. Like genuinely.
I know. I love trying to get like sometimes I'll be driving. I'll be like, I wonder if this is gonna be in my top 10.
Because I don't like Harry's not gonna be in my Spotify.
Really?
Yeah, no.
Would it be crazy if he was in mine and he's not in yours?
He probably would. Like, I haven't, like, I love Harry so much, but, like, since he hasn't come out with music in so long and so much new music is coming out, like, I haven't really listened to him. Other than, like, on an album or, like, the first album I'll listen to.
That's crazy. 'Cause I feel like even if an artist isn't listening, like, if I love, like, Fleetwood Mac, I'm always listening, even though they don't make new music. I'm like, and with Harry, I listen to the Fine Line album the most out of any album that he has, and I feel like I'm always listening, especially during the winter and like fall months. And
yeah, I only listened to the first album if I'm putting it on, but like recently, like this year, I'll either only listen to new music, like new Taylor Swift, new Tate, all the new music, or a podcast. Like I don't like go back and like try to find. Like when I get in the car, I'm so annoyed that I have to pick a song, so I put a podcast on. Like I'm not even going through it.
I got my playlist.
Yeah, I'm not into playlists, so I don't really have all that. But I know Tate McRae's on my. Imagine
absolutely.
Pitbull is. I don't know.
He might be.
Out. He might be.
He might be.
Imagine 50 Cent is. I did get back in the gym, and 50 Cent is my lifting artist, so he could be on my.
And 50
Spotify
Cent
Wrapped.
is an icon. He's an icon. Did you see? There's like a clip. I forget who it was that he had beef with, and he like bought out the like first 4 rows of like the concert that he was performing at, so that they would be empty.
Oh really?
So that when he was performing, he'd have to look at empty seats.
That's crazy.
That's how petty that I want to be.
I don't.
He's also really against P Diddy. Like really, he's like the fucking. He's like
all those OG rappers.
Him, Ice Cube, Eminem.
Eminem is another artist that's like very pivotal and in a huge part of my growing up because my dad and nostalgia. Like whenever we're in the car, him and my brother like. I think my brother said once that like he had like the iPod or whatever, and my dad put music on it, but like he only put Eminem on it by accident, and that's all my brother would listen to.
Yeah.
So we're growing up on Eminem and the Simpsons movie. My dad had a car with like movie like the screens, and we didn't have any movies except the Simpsons one. We watched it so much my dad can like recite the movie.
Did you see The Simpsons posted their last, like they ended the other day, and it like ended
really?
in a really weird way. I saw that somewhere. I don't know if like it actually ended or they did like it's like Bart drops the cake and it says 10. And he's like, oh, I'm still 10. I'm 10 forever. And then it goes to this guy and it's like on the screen. He's like, oh, such a heartwarming ending. And it ends in like a really weird, honestly made me feel weird way.
That's weird.
And
Yeah.
I was like, but that would be how The Simpsons
Makes
wraps
sense.
up.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
It makes
but
so much sense.
my back is hurting so bad from how I'm sitting in the chair.
Yeah, you've been just like up on that corner. I started laying down. I'm like over here like this.
Sarah's like, yeah, so, but yeah, do you have anything else to add for this?
I don't think so. I need everyone to tell us your Halloween plans, what you dressed
Tell
up
us
as,
what
if you
you were.
did, and if you guessed our costumes, and tell us your favorite Pitbull song and Reba song. Do you have a favorite Reba episode or song?
Oh, one of my favorite Reba episodes is when Dolly Parton guest stars. And
Oh,
she's
that's
getting
fun.
into real estate.
That's how Pitbull and Reba are meeting. Go listen to Pitbull and Dolly's like newest song that came out.
Yeah.
So good.
It's nope, that's Katy Perry.
I think it's like Powerful Woman. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, something like that. Working
Iconic.
9 to 5.
My favorite
working
Pitbull
hard to
song
make a living
Is definitely Give Me Everything. That one's just like
tonight. Give me everything.
that one. There's a Spanish one. I forget the name of it,
tonight.
but it's really good, and he performed it, and it was like so good.
So good, so great.
So.
That's what you guys are describing this podcast episode. We know. So thank you guys so
Happy
much for
Halloween.
listening. Happy Halloween when you're watching this. We hope you guys have a great Halloween and eat a bunch of candy because you can.
Dale.
Dale, Reba, I'm a survivor. Bye.
Bye.